Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic, and today we got some College Football Revamped playing in Illinois. Now, at this stage of the season, we have landed a major recruiting class. Again, we're still top four. I think the best recruiting class possibly we've ever really gotten. Some of the new recruits we just got were Corey Brown, a 4-star defensive tackle. We got Bobby Cunningham, a 69 overall athlete, but believe me, he's got a good skill set. You can see Jacob Coleman, a 76 overall strong safety. And then Torian Cross, a 65 overall defensive end, as well as Pat Hill, a defensive end. And then obviously you saw what we did before with our guards and tackles that we essentially pulled in. We've got a lot of good recruits. Now, some of you might also be wondering, well, what about some of the other recruits? Well, we have 4 scholarships left, and there's a lot of decisions to make. Andrew Hall right now just had a recruiting visit in week 12 with the University of Virginia, so they have a slight lead against us, but I imagine we'll eclipse that going into next week. Cody Turner's another really good strong safety we found. Again, we're trying to build up our secondary to make sure we're good to go in that area. We've got a free safety. We got another athlete we're looking at. We've got a really good corner. This is probably the number 1 prospect. I'm actually going to bump him up to the top here. Well, we'll make him the number 2 prospect. This dude, Lawrence Fontaine, has got 90 speed, 85 acceleration, so whatever. But his man coverage is an 84, his zone is an 88, and his press is an 82. Coming in as a freshman, we've also got some outside linebackers, some middle linebackers. I think Roland Brown is really one of the guys I'm focused on. Brian Alvarez, we just had a visit last week, was really good. We found Jeremy Robinson, another good one. We've got Reggie Miller, not as great as maybe the NBA counterpart. And then Patrick Wilson, the free safety, and Gilbert Terrell, who we just actually found this guy, Gilbert Terrell. 71 overall outside linebacker, but he's a gem with a +6. Speed and acceleration are both really good. He's got pretty good numbers across the board. I think he's the guy that be on the lookout for. And if I haven't pointed out before, well, Terrence Nesbitt, he's going to Oklahoma. And as for Riley Dawkins, well, he hasn't really made a decision, but it's pretty much between the Ohio State University, University of Miami, and then Bowling Green. He's wanting to stay in Ohio, but just didn't view us as one of those people. And again, if you look at the top schools, even though we stopped recruiting him a couple of weeks ago, we're already 9,500 points back. We could maybe make a play for him in the offseason, but again, not our top priority. But you can bet if he goes to the Ohio State or any of these other schools here, we're playing him. And we're playing him every season until we beat him down. Something that's also flying under the radar really quick. Well, I messed up last week. It was actually Logan Nesbitt, who we saw Mullins basically tie the record for most sacks in the game. But the career record is held by Landon Rawls, who we pretty much knew. He only played, I believe, 2-ish seasons underneath of us because when we started the series. But he's at 21. And when we go to the defensive career and we look at sack totals, Jason Capps, the senior who has played, I believe, all 4 seasons with us, is at 21. So he's actually on the verge of tying it. He's one of the most underrated players we've probably had from a production standpoint. He's been great this season. If you sort of look at what he's done, 2014, he had 2 sacks. Then in 2015, he had 6. He goes down in 2016 with 3. But this year, he's come back with 10. I don't know if he's on HGH or whatever, but the dude's producing. So what we know is that the next sack he gets will be a record for Cascade Valley. So make sure you show that dude some love. And I do have to say, though, Mullins, in his 2 years that he's been here with still plenty of games left, he's at 18. So once Capps leaves after this season, that record's going to be Mark Mullins for a long time. We're coming out here against Illinois wearing our champagne uniforms. Yup, you already know. We're going to double them the champagne uniforms because some big things better happen in these. And look at Barr already off to a good start. Illinois had their crowd hype. They were doing all this stuff. They're jumping up and down. And then Barr goes for 18. And, well, a lot of that running around stopped. Riley's a little play action here. Okay, we'll work on that. Illinois is a team that we absolutely expect to beat today. Whether you get a dub by 50 or by 5, it's just about making sure you get that dub. And I'm going to make sure our team gets Jason Barr the rock and gets him involved as much as we can while trying to keep him healthy. Because as good as Riley looked in the previous episode, I know that this team goes as far as Jason Barr can carry them. And if Jason Barr is hurt at all, we're obviously going to be in trouble, even though Sean Stewart has been really good for us in relief. And if you thought we came all the way down the field just to punt the football here, you're out of your mind. We have a really good punter who's in the top 5 for the award. I believe the Ray Guy Award, but we're not punting when he got 4th and inches. No shot. First down again, Riley. All the time in the world. Got a guy with a couple steps on us. Robert Rolf's going deep. Robert Rolf has not got the credit he deserves the past couple of weeks. He's been throwing more blocks than anything else, but here, he's celebrating his own touchdown. Love to see the offense come out there, blow the top off the defense. They were so worried about, I guess, just everything else in the run game that they only had a single high guy on our dude, and we just got a touchdown. Roth has been so good, and even though he hasn't been as major a part of the game plan as maybe he should have been in the previous weeks, the dude has always found a way to get some production. And speaking of production, this QB is looking a little too productive right now. I mean, think about how many games in the previous weeks that Roth has thrown a major block that has led to a major touchdown. Like, that dude has been all over the field, even when he's not involved in the passing game hardcore. Hemphill's going to miss that tackle. Cole, though, does bring him down. But again, Illinois is driving, and I don't like this. Someone also explained to me how we missed another extra point. I'm just now noticing we missed an extra point. What is happening? Please do better. Conley, everyone's getting stiff arm, but Mullins brings him down from behind. Don't love what we're seeing right now. Illinois is driving, their QB's picking us apart, whether it's through the run game or the pass game. This dude's everywhere, but we got some pressure. He sheds a tackle. There would have been a sack, and we miss all the other tackles. That could have been I believe, a career-defying mark for Caps there, but he misses. Illinois is feeling good right now, and I don't blame them. They have been picking apart everything on the entire drive. We're struggling. They're living their best lives with another good pass. Deuce Span is having a fantastic afternoon. We've tried zone. We've tried mostly man action, now that I think about it, but those just haven't worked. What a dirty pitch on that one, and we're going to end up getting him for a loss of 3, but that man had me thinking he was going to keep running it. We are trying our best. We're actually going to QB spy Walton on this one because Span has been running around a little bit too much for our liking. They're trying to get to the edge. Lowe is going to try to trip him up. It kind of works, and Conley stops him after 1. Big opportunity here to see if we can get a stop. Hold him to a field goal would be a W, especially because we missed an extra point. Oh no, they've got a guy across the middle. They throw it over there, and John Hall's going to block it. Look, maybe he's back to his old ways of just getting deflections, but that's still good for me. So what was looking like a guaranteed touchdown for this drive for Illinois ends up being potentially a field goal here. Their kicker and backup QB line up in the backfield. Try to get a little pressure. That one is perfectly down the middle, and they've cut the lead in half. And if we look at the studio update, what do we got here? Michigan beats Iowa narrowly. Now, they obviously went from like 12-6 this week, and now they're in a good spot as well, as they might move into the top 5. And the rumor has it that Michigan is actually sitting in a top 4 spot for the college football playoffs due to strength of schedule and how they've been playing. So things could get real spicy real quick. The Riley to Riley connection looks pretty good there. Pick it back up on 1st and 10. They're blitzing a little bit, and no one is going to cover our QB. You got to protect that young man. Look, I don't want Cascade Valley to be one of those areas where you just see quarterback after quarterback get hurt because the offensive line can't protect them. Obviously, we're investing deeply into the offensive line in this upcoming offseason, but they've got to do better with what we have right now. We have a massive amount of offensive linemen that are upperclassmen, and the way they are playing is not very upperclassmen-like, in my opinion. Riley again, looking for something. Sees a guy. It's a little miscommunication, but Tom Baker is going to be open, and we get 27 big yards. Already approaching 100 yards in the afternoon. Riley is delivering some good strikes out there. A little unconventional on some of these, but you can't argue with what we're seeing is successful out there. And Barr gets himself what looks to be 10 more yards. Barr needs one more solid run across 50 in the first quarter again. Can't lie, the production is absolutely fantastic right now. Barr sees a hole on the edge, skirts back up to the middle a little bit, and it's only 2, but it was a risk we're taking. 2nd down, 8 yards to go, no one in the backfield. Riley immediately feels the pressure. He's trying to get rid of it, and he does, and 41 nearly jumps ahead of him and picks it off. This time, Barr's in the backfield. Illinois is feeling good. They've been doing really well against us in 3rd downs. Barr's going to try to get something. What a nasty spin move, and he's down after 14, but he's nearly back in the end zone. 1st and goal with Barr playing like this, we absolutely have to go for the play that's been getting us so many touchdowns over the years. Patented by Marvin Derwin, now perfected by Jason Barr. We're back in the end zone. The good news is we get an extra point to actually go in, and so because of that, we're okay for right now. We don't have to really worry about going for anything crazy because they had a field goal earlier, which obviously puts us in a really good spot. Now their QB goes to keep it. Lowe's going to try to stop him. He can't quite do that. We're going to miss something. There's a block in the back. Hemphill's the only guy that can potentially catch him right now. Hempill brings him down, and I'm hoping that there's a call on the offense bringing this play back because that's a whole lot of yards.
Okay, let's go.
Love to see that. Clipping's going to be called on the offense here. That play is definitely coming back. I'm good with that. It also makes me happy that we have all these new recruits coming in. Someone that can obviously play linebacker that will hopefully help out some of our tackling issues. 2nd and 12. Cole's going to try to get some pressure. They actually go for the QB read. That's going to be ended up taken down, and they get 1. 3rd and 11. We're obviously playing for the pass the whole way here. Don't imagine they go for a run, but with what they've done so far this game, you never know. Watching the running back. He's not moving. We're going to bring a little bit of pressure. They go across the middle. Hempill's going to force the fumble. John Hall is going to pick that one up. John Hall's going to try to stretch his hands a little bit. He's going to move that into our territory. And all of a sudden, things are going real bad for Illinois. Mike Hempill is the front runner for the Thorpe Award. And man, he keeps making plays like that. That trophy's going home with him this offseason. Riley again. All the time in the world. Is going to get to Robert Roth, who gets lit up. But again, it's a positive gain of 14. 6 for 8, $120, 1 touchdown. It's been a very, very good game for our new starting quarterback in Cedric Riley. That was a touchdown to Barr. He was going to thread the needle, but the defense got to him. He held on to it too long. The second quarter just underway. We're trying to get them right back where they need to be, which is inside the end zone. We get a manageable 3rd and 5. Defense is lined up in a way that I think this play could potentially work. Barr is going to try to get there, but 52 made a heck of a gamble, and it paid off. He stops us. Our kicker obviously needs a little bit more time to kick the football based on what's been happening with him in the last couple of weeks. He's going to line up there. Hancock is going to drill him down the middle, and we have extended our lead to 13. Not exactly what we wanted out of that drive, but our kicker could use the extra attempts, especially that close. Illinois is still in a really good spot. We haven't really scored as many points as we probably thought we were going to score early in this game, and their quarterback feels like his name should be in the Heisman list the way he's killing us. First down again. They're sending the guy in motion. They actually got us on that, and who else but Span down the middle? Cole can't get him. Hemphill couldn't get him low, finally brings him down, but this dude's insane. Deuce Span has run 4 times for 76 yards already. Man's having a career game against our defense, which has honestly got a couple of guys up for awards, which they're getting exposed right now. They run to the outside. We had nobody on the right. Hemphill's one of the few guys there, and they do stop him, but again, it's 1st and goal now. This is going to be a tough one. No pressure on the QB. He throws all the way. I'm sorry? Okay, I get it. Our team a little susceptible to some stuff on the road, but come on now. And Robert Roth in motion. He's coming back in the backfield. Nice little pitch out here. Robert Roth, a lot of room. RJ Riley holding a great block, and Roth is out here scooting. I'm here for it. You love to see a player take advantage of the opportunities in front, but Robert Roth absolutely does it. Whatever we need him to do, block, whatever, the man's there. Scary hours, yep. We thought he might have bit a little bit, but instead, the only thing he's trying to bite is a piece of the end zone. Jason Barr's going to chase him down. You don't want to see your running back have to get a tackle, but if it's going to save them from getting in the end zone again, we're here for it. Great play by Joe Reese. Read the eyes of the quarterback. We thought he might have come up a little bit, but he kept going, and it paid off super well. Now, we're going to try our best to QB spy this quarterback this drive and just keep them contained. 2nd and 14. Low again. In charge of keeping an eye on that quarterback. Big opportunity here. Can we get the stop that we know we need? It's 3rd and 7. They keep a lot of guys in, and a big hit. This one's going up. Cole gets a hand on it. Luckily, that's a deflection, and I don't know how the QB got rid of that one, but that was close to a touchdown. Now, their kicker looked pretty good earlier. We don't really know the strength of his leg, but I imagine this is one that they can absolutely drill. Hemphill back here again, just in case. This one is up, and good God, yeah, that dude has a leg. That was absolutely good. I honestly felt pretty comfortable with how our team was playing, and now we find ourselves with a 3-point lead. Early in the first half still, but it's a 3-point lead. Look at Jason Barr looking for the blocks. He's got some room. Jason Barr is one of the fastest players in the nation. He's got one dude that can stop him. 28 is on his horse, and he's not going to get him. Barr, that's the most yards in a season ever in Cascade Valley, and we got plenty of games to go. This dude is having a monster game. Beats the record that Derwin had before, and the blocks on the edge are what held it. RJ Riley throws the blocks. Jason Barr gets into the end zone, and he breaks his longest run ever, along with a school record for yards. This dude is special. 4 minutes left here in the first half. We went from feeling some levels of despair to all of a sudden being like, okay, we're Gucci. Everything's fine. If Barr is moving like that, some records might be broken today, even more than what he's already done for the school record. Trying our best to get in here. This one's gonna cross it. Dwayne Cole's gonna pick it off. Dwayne Cole's moving, and he's down at the 10-yard line. That is a terrible turnover for Illinois because we're right back in it. 1st and goal. I can't believe the turn of events. This went from, again, feeling scary to we're Gucci now. Riley's out here moving. Riley sees a guy, throws it in. Jericho toe taps. I thought he was going to cross the line of scrimmage. He pumped the brakes, got it to his tight end, and we're celebrating again. The biggest thing we've done is figure out a way to stop their quarterback from driving down the field on us. And when he doesn't have the ability to sort of run down the field and use the read option against us, even though he just used it against us there, they're a significantly worse offense. Our corners are significantly better than I think their receivers across those matchups, and I believe that we can obviously win that. Again, it's just making sure this quarterback can't get to the edge, because once he gets out there, that's all she wrote. And he goes for a dump-off pass, but Hemphill again drops him for a loss of 5. Making sure Conley matches up properly. Lowe sending the blitz. We almost got in the backfield, but we can't, and Hudson does find a way to get that and make it 3rd and short. Say what you will, but this dude is absolutely hurting us right now. Span is finding ways to just keep his team involved. But Ray Walton, hello? He just brushed him off like it was nothing. I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. I thought we had the sack. I felt like 92% confident we had the play. It just didn't work out. The dude somehow shrugged us off. Can we talk about Mike Hempill for a second? 6 tackles, 2 for a loss in the first half, and we got plenty of time left. This dude's just different. John Hall making a good wrap up there for a loss of 3. 1 for 4 and third downs. This is huge. If we're going to win this game, this is how we're going to obviously do it. Steve Lowe trying to get everybody excited across the middle. We're obviously keeping our eye on the quarterback. He throws one deep. Ray Walton's there, and Nate Burley just mossed 6'4" Ray Walton. Are you kidding me? Spanish special. This dude has figured out a way now. We thought all we had to do was stop him from scrambling. Now he's absolutely throwing dots, and we're in shambles because of it. He is keeping this team alive, and they're right here ready to score again. Playing the pass here. They actually go with the QB keeper. We got Lowe, and Lowe has been one of the hardest hitting linebackers on our team, and he delivers a massive one here as he sheds the tackle, comes through, and destroyed him. Doing our best to keep them in line. 3rd and goal. Another guy moving in motion here. Switching everybody up. Just watching the middle and watching the scramble and the pressure. Ray Walton does something good for once. He absolutely gets a sack there. He got one shedded off him earlier, got mossed earlier, but that is a play we needed from our big-time player. So not exactly Illinois wanted. They're lining up for a field goal. That was a 10-play, 60-yard drive. But their field goal kicker has been their most important player so far today. Actually, we're going to call the timeout because they're about to get an easy one. All right, so we're obviously trying to ice the kicker a little bit, but give us a little bit of time to maybe do something on offense when we get the ball back. 4th and goal, 37 left. Their kicker has been money today. That one is, again, perfectly down the middle. And we're going into a studio update to see what we got here. Rutgers and Maryland, no one cares. But, okay, I get it. Maryland's trying to get a W again. We have 26 seconds and a dream. It's not exactly a lot of time, but it could be enough time to make a play here. Riley sees Tom Baker over the middle, and Baker might be dead. The game is only a 2-score game, so again, I'm okay with us trying to go for points here. Riley's feeling the pressure. He's got a guy. That probably wasn't the best decision. We should have just thrown it away. 15 seconds, 1 timeout left. Riley a little gassed right now after those plays. He's trying to get himself out to the edge. If he can get the ball up the field a whole bunch and get out of bounds, which is huge, we've got an opportunity for maybe one more play, a timeout, and a field goal. Big thing here is paying attention to the time on the clock. We got the guy we want. He gets hit, and there we go. With 3 seconds left, we're going to call our final timeout, and we have all the time in the world to kick this field goal. We got a 41-yarder. Hancock has been mostly good. Again, the extra points have really been his kryptonite, but that one, plenty of distance, probably another 5-7 yards he can get on that one. And we're going at halftime with an increased lead, 33-16. We needed all those points to make sure we felt a little bit more comfortable because Illinois, they're for real. Illinois comes down the second half. They have the ball to keep things moving. And again, they're keeping pressure on us, but what a big hit in the backfield. You love seeing the defensive ends get involved. Mario Moses with the loss. At one point this game, Deuce Span was averaging, I think, 19 yards per carry. Now he's at 9 for 60, so obviously a much more realistic margin because we've had to literally set our sights on saying we're going to stop one dude, and it's his quarterback. And as I say that, this man is trying to go for the house. Ray Walden, one of the only people to stop him. He gets him at the 21, and 35 yards later, we're eating our words. Span under center this time. Looks like a receiver. 84 in the backfield this time. Not exactly sure what's going on there. They go with a quick dump off to Anderson, and we knock him out of bounds. We're doing our routine of keeping one guy in a QB spy like 75% of the time. They're going to the edge. We're trying to see if we can stop somebody, but this dude just finds a gap every time. This is going to be tough. Can we get the stop? They go up the middle this time. They bounce into the edge. Conley keeps him out of the end zone by a hair. I got to miss. A little crazy just how quickly they've marched on the field. 2nd and goal. They go with the run. We got Dwayne Cole. Josh Cole this time. We dropped him for a loss of 4. 3rd down is going to be interesting. If this defense keeps him out of the end zone, that's huge. But we've got a linebacker getting ready to cover a receiver. So I'm nervous with that pace off as Walden comes through in the blitz and drops him for a major loss of 5. The defense is out here saying, we'll bend, but we're not breaking. The field goal kicker again being the MVP. I believe this is his 4th field goal attempt of the game. He's 3 for 3. He's hit every single one, and I don't imagine that he'll miss one here either. This one is up. Again, perfectly down the middle, and it leads back to 14. This is why every single point matters for our team, and that extra field goal at the end was maybe bigger than some people might have thought it was. 2nd and 8. Looking to find a gap for Barr. Barr bursting through the middle again, and there we go. Another 10-yard rush for him. We obviously have slowed down a little bit on the running game because of sort of the game and the moments and what we ultimately had to do, but Barr don't care. This man's already got over 150-plus yards. 2nd and 6. Got Sean Stewart in the backfield this time. Riley cuts up the middle, breaks a tackle, gets a horse collar, and literally is somehow still alive to make it 3rd inches. Stewart again, helping out Barr a little bit because he's pretty gassed after running for a couple of times in a row. And Stewart is going to run over a defender to make sure we got that first down. First down, Riley makes a quick adjustment here. Sees something, and that one is batted away from Raw. Our goal here is to make sure we don't abandon the running game, but you can see Illinois sort of sitting on the running game right now. So maybe passing makes a little bit more sense, but Barr don't care. Barr don't care. Barr, to my knowledge, has never had a 200-yard rushing game, but he's well on the way to get that today with plenty of time left. This dude is going to make sure that he gets that. Stewart as well, not as many carries today, but he's being productive too. Barr feeling fresh, comes back in. We're keeping the running attack going. If they cannot stop it, we're absolutely going to leverage it, and Barr keeps moving with 7 more. 2 minutes left in the third. Hits him with the play action. He's got his guy over the top, and it's more to the right. It's probably 6, but it's just bad placement. Riley will get there. We've seen that he's had the placements just a little less consistent than what we had from McConnell. But McConnell, again, a 4-year starter. An All-American. The dude was everywhere he needed to be with the ball, but sometimes just made bad decisions with it. Illinois is struggling to stop this run game. Like, it's been a very difficult afternoon for them. Riley sees the blitz coming, gives it to Tom Baker, who gets flattened, but he's alive. Riley 10 for 17, obviously throwing way more incompletions than what he had last game, but I mean, he had a pretty perfect game in the previous week, so you kind of expect that to happen. Barr out of the backfield, you're kidding me. The corner sat right on it, and we just made a bad decision that ultimately did not pay off. A whole lot of miscommunication there. We thought the running back was going to turn up the field. That route was actually more of a flat route, and obviously you saw what happened with it. Now a beautiful dive by Span, and he gets a 16-yard comeback. Illinois still alive in this game. Their quarterback has kept them alive, but this time he's going down. Looks like Moses comes in and might have had a little bit of help outside of that, but he gets his first sack. Second down, we're switching to zone. Give our guys a little bit of a breather. We haven't really run a lot of zone. They actually go with the halfback screen, which kind of works out for us. We've got guys all over the area. Here we go. 3rd and 13. They're going to switch their guys over a little bit. Robert's going to make sure Lowe watches the running back out of the backfield. They throw, and it's a beautiful dot to Hudson again for 20. First down again, Illinois. Feels like they have a really good drive they're putting together, but if they keep carving us up, they're going to be in the end zone quicker than we think. Where is this coming from? They figured out how to beat our man, how to beat our zone, and good Lord, they start running with a QB again. We might be in shambles. Span with the read option. He's going to keep this one. He goes up the middle. He's got guys there, but it doesn't matter. Span's in after 5 yards, and this dude is keeping Illinois alive. We have a 7-point game against Illinois. And yes, it's at Illinois, but for us to try to keep pushing for first place votes, this is not going to help us at all. Start of the fourth quarter, we're sticking with the run game. It's been the one major thing that has dominated so far against Illinois, and Barr is approaching very quickly 200 on the ground. Our defense has kind of let us down a little bit. Our offense has been, I think, mostly good, but those turnovers obviously haven't helped out our defense either. We just have to do better decision making with our young QB, and we'll be fine. That last carry puts Barr in a really good spot. This one, if he has a solid game, should put him over 200. It's a solid one, but maybe not quite where he wanted it to be. But Barr, again, having a fantastic game now with 205 on the ground. 3rd and inches. They've got a lot of guys on the edge, but they don't have anybody really in the middle, which makes it really nice for Sean Stewart to plow through and make sure that we keep this drive alive. If they are not going to put effort into stopping this run game, we're going to keep it moving every single time with that. And Jason Barr is already, look, this dude is having a fantastic game, and he now has the school record for most rush yards in a single game now with 211, beating what Marvin Derwin had with 210. I got a feeling more records are coming his way soon. 2nd and short. Roth comes in the backfield again. You know he's dangerous. The sign with Stewart paired with him. Riley gets out to the edge, throws it out here. Robert Roth has Green in front of him. One dude to beat. Hits him with the shimmy. Has him looking for Aaron Roth is in the end zone. 38 yards later, Robert Roth making a name for himself again. I don't know what Robert Roth's nickname might be, Mr. Taxes, Mr. IRA, whatever you want to call him, but that dude is Mr. Everything. He literally does it all. Only thing we haven't seen that man do is throw a pass, and he probably could do that too. This is absolutely just wild for us. 2nd and 12. Illinois again, not completely out of it. They have plenty of time, but we feel way more safe now. A crucial 3rd down for them. They desperately need to make sure they score in this drive. And if they don't score in this drive, we're in a fantastic area. 3rd and 6. Gotta watch the QB. Cap tries to get to him. He can't quite get to him. Fowler and company can, but Walton does get the tackle. What we're trying to do is get some sort of blitz into the quarterback right now. He doesn't really feel nervous at all. He's had no pressure on him, and he is throwing absolute dots all over the field. Cedric Sparks has been torching us. Frenchie Jr. has been torching us. The receivers have just been electric today. What a fumble! Cole's gonna force the fumble, and Oliver is gonna fall on it. We've got the ball back, and that is crucial to us securing this W and getting up out of here safely. That is just crippling for Illinois. They played such a good football game. They've battled back. Their quarterback has kept them alive all today. But that dude right there, Jason Barr, keeps getting out of slippery situation after slippery situation. I mean, that should have been an absolute destroyed play, but Barr makes something out of nothing, spins around, and still found a way to make it positive. A big 3rd and 9. We probably haven't wasted as much time as we probably should at this point, but let's see what we can do here. They were kind of waiting on it. They knew where we were even going on that one, so we're punting this ball ASAP and giving it right back to him. 3:30 left. They're down 14. This is a tough game for Illinois, but they know this run game has been the one thing they've been relying on despite that fumble. Our goal still, though, is as they sit there and probably pass a little bit, we're going to try as much as we can to get in the backfield and disrupt what that quarterback has. He's been back there chilling, and when he has time, that is what he does. They're going with a hurry-up offense. I mean, they pretty much have to be right now. We're going to have Cole shadow their tight end. Their quarterback's feeling it. Moses can't get to him, but we get a dual sack here. Span is finally down, but good Lord, it took forever. And that's Jason Capps. Jason Capps is now going to hold the school single-season record with 22 officially, as it took 6 years, but he sheds enough tackles, got enough pressure. Him and Mullins come in and get that guy, and that sack is his. 400 total yards for Illinois. Yes, we've had 500, but the fact that we've given up 400 of them has just been a bit of a nightmare. And it doesn't help, obviously, as well, that we've had a couple of really bad turnovers, which have made life easier for them too, but we've got to do better, and Hemphill just needed one hand on that ball. My hat's off to Deuce Span, and I don't want to play this team anytime soon, because what he's doing to us is amazing. Watching the running back out of the backfield. This time Fowler gets torched. Walden can't get this dude, but John Hall does bring the tackle after 24. Cedric Sparks is about to cross. There's a flag on the play?
What a twist!
Okay, I'll take that. We need that right now. And what I was saying before that false start penalty happened is that Cedric Sparks has been all over the field, and we have not found a way to cover him. Span has all the time in the world. He throws absolute dots. And all of a sudden, Tom Baker, back-to-back weeks, the receiver who also plays a little bit of corner when we need him, gets 2 picks 2 weeks in a row. With a 14-point lead, 2.5 minutes left, they have all their timeouts. We're going to be trying to chew the clock as much as we can, but also getting first downs at the same time. There goes Barr up the middle. We'll take the 7 yards. Second and short, you already know we're going right back to Jason Barr. He's got plenty of room, and again, all we need is that first down, and it's looking a whole lot easier as they use their second timeout. What's wild is they actually have 2 more first downs than us, and we somehow have a 14-point lead. This team has just been resilient despite the egregious issues we've had on offense with turning the ball over. Illinois has officially used their final timeout, making it 2nd and 8 with no timeouts left. A first down pretty much seals this game up for us. And they are coming in the backfield pretty nonstop. They know what we're running. Joe Reese has 9 tackles, 1 of those being for a loss. We got to make sure we get something good here. Wasting the clock, getting it down inside 3 seconds. Barr is going to be just short on 4th and 2. I think we kind of waste a little bit of clock and go for it and walk out here with a W. We went for it one time on 4th down. It's worked out really well, but we need the just illusion of a pass. Sean Stewart's in as well to help out with the fact that we might actually pass, and Stewart does his job, and that's going to seal it. Jason Barr and company put on a monster performance. Yes, Riley kind of had some decision making that didn't help him out, but when Barr goes for 245, 2 touchdowns, and a couple of yards in the air, it's going to be hard to beat Cascade Valley. Recap of the stats: Riley goes 11 for 19, 175, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, pressured a pretty good amount, but again, there's progress, just some bad decision making that will work out. On the ground, Barr had his best game by far in Cascade Valley. 29 for 245, 2 touchdowns. Stewart goes for 41. Riley is 16. Robert Roth, though, 2 rushes, 73 yards, and 1 touchdown. This dude is a weapon. In the air, Tom Baker, 3 grabs, 65 yards. You see Robert Roth go 3 for 70 with 1 touchdown. Stewart doesn't really have much you want to write home about. We see Gold get that touchdown. And Riley and Barr, again, not super involved in the offense today. But on defense, look at Ray Walton. Yes, he made some plays that made us get frustrated and want to revoke his scholarship, but he had 10 tackles, 3 for loss, and a sack. Hemphill had 6 tackles in the first half, only 2 in the second half. Not as much worried about him because he was all over the field today doing his best job, shutting guys down. From a sack perspective, we had Jason Capps getting his now school-defining record of 22 with that 1 he had. You see Mario Moses chime in with 1 and Ray Walton give 1. From an interception perspective, Tom Baker doing double duty. Caught 3 balls on offense, caught 1 on defense. Can't be mad at that. And then Dwayne Cole as well, getting another interception for, I believe, the 2nd week in a row. There's a whole lot to be happy about, and I think honestly this game isn't as close as we stopped turning the ball over. Those turnovers really hurt us, and they got big yards off those, which led to, I believe, points pretty much every single time. But our defense did their job in the first half of bending and not breaking, and that set us up for, despite the errors, still getting a W today. But again, lots more to do this season, and we'll be just fine. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys in the next one.